Keshav Walase from Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. In this session, we'll be discussing about assignment problem, but a case where number of allocations are less than m. Means, as you know, we have discussed in earlier videos, if we have 5 by 5 table, then number of allocations must be exactly equal to 5. But there may be the cases eventually we may have less number of allocations than the required one. So how to deal with such problems? We'll be discussing this in two parts. So at the end of this session, students are expected to understand the basic method of solving assignment problems, as well as the procedure for assignment problems when the number of allocations are less than the order of table or order of matrix. Now this is the problem given wherein it's a 5 by 5 table. We have 5 towns and 5 depots we have, and the Cij values in the table, the sale values in the table, they give the distance between town and the depots. And our aim in solving such problems is naturally how can we minimize the total distance traveled while moving from 5 towns to 5 depots. Now here we have discussed the basic procedure in previous slides. As per that, we have to initially look to the least element of a row and subtract that from all the elements of that row. So first row, if you see, 130 is the least element that we have to subtract from all the elements of that row, and we get in left bottom table we get the first row having done this calculation, that is 160 minus 130 we get 30, then 130 minus 130 0, likewise we get first row. Second row, least element is again 120 from second column. That least element we subtract from all the elements of second row. So 135 minus 120 we get 15 here. So in second row left bottom table you can check these values. Then 120 minus 120 0, likewise we get all the values. Same procedure if we adopt for remaining rows, we have 110 as the least element in third row, 50 from fourth row and 35 from fifth row. So performing these operations for the rows, we get this particular table. Now we have detailed this in previous videos. Same procedure now as a step 2 we have to repeat for columns, and doing that we get this next table given to the right bottom side. So from left bottom side table, column wise if we go, first column has a 0 as the least one, so we do nothing. Second column has got 0, so we do nothing. Third column has got 10 as the least element, so that we subtract from all the elements of that column and we get the column in next right bottom table. Same we adopt it for remaining columns, and finally we get the table on the right bottom side. After this, we have to go for possible allocations, and the rule for allocation, as you know, we have discussed in earlier videos, is we look for a single 0 in a row for allocation. First we look for the single 0 in the rows and then columns. That's the way we do it. So first row we have a single 0, so we allocate this 0. Again the rule, as you know, is any additional 0 if it is there in the column we cross out. So we have 4 additional zeros in this second column which we cancel. This is to ensure that we do not allocate more than one cell in second column. So this is how first row we have single allocation and additional zeros in the column we have cancelled. Second row has got 2 zeros, so nothing to be done. Third 0 has no 0 left out. Fourth row has 2 zeros, so we can't allocate. last row doesn't have anything. Now we repeat for columns. First column has a single 0 here, so we allocate that. This is the allocation in the column, hence additional 0 in the row we cancel out. That's very, very important. Second column has nothing to be considered. Third column has a single 0 here, so we allocate that. And having allocated in column, additional 0 in that row we cancel out. So this is very, very important step you have to adopt. Now this is how we have got the allocations, but we have got only 3 allocations. At this point of time, I expect you people to think of certain cases in industry, maybe manufacturing or service type industry, but think of some cases where not a permissible kinds of status may be given to some cells. I mean, if 35 you take that particular cell, first row, third column, there they might put up as NP, or they might put up as a cross, or they might put up as infinitive symbol, something like that. So why such cases come up? I expect you people to think of these situations in actual real life. Now coming to this, as we have discussed earlier, we are having 3 allocations, and those zeros are put up in red color in this particular table, and I again put some red mark here for highlighting it. And these are the 3 allocations. Remember, all the zeros are considered either for allocation or cross out, and we get only 3 zeros. But the basic requirement is number of allocations must be equal to the order of table. Here the order of table is 5 by 5, so number of allocations must be equal to 5. This is very basic requirement in assignment models, but we are getting only 3 allocations less than 5. That's what is the basic case we are talking, and under such situations we are expected to have little extended procedure to solve such problems. Now coming to this, what are we supposed to do is, under such situation we are supposed to have drawing line kind of a concept. That is, we have to draw lines in such a way that a single line, if we are drawing, that should cover maximum zeros. What I mean is, if you look to second column, then for second column we have got 5 zeros. Otherwise we could draw 5 horizontal lines covering 5 zeros in second column, but that is not expected. What is expected is single line in second column will cover all the 5 zeros of that particular column. So I repeat, a line that we draw should cover maximum zeros. Simplest trick I would give you is, in any table like here we have got 5 by 5. So you start searching any row or a column. It may be a column also, row or a column having maximum possible 5 zeros. If it is there, you draw that line first. So here in second column we have drawn one line, the first line, that gives us coverage of all 5 zeros in second column. Now it may be for the rows also. So you have to see, depending upon the situation, where you get maximum zeros. A line should cover maximum zeros. That's the basic thing. Now second row, if you see, second row has got 2 zeros which are not considered yet, which are not covered. So we can draw this second line which is covering 2 zeros from second row, third column and fifth column. So that's how we got second line. Now we do not have any row or a column which has 3 zeros or 4 zeros which are not considered till for drawing a line. Next to that, again for fourth row, we have this particular line wherein fourth row, in first column we have a 0 and in fourth column also we have a 0. So for covering these two zeros of fourth row, we draw third line. This is how, I repeat, we had 3 allocations and hence we must get 3 lines, 3 and only 3 lines which will cover all the zeros at this particular stage of the problem. This is not the complete final solution of the problem, but in a midway of solving a problem, we have got only 3 allocations less than 5. So this is not final solution and we need to look into the extended procedure for solving such problems. Herein we have to look to some list element from uncovered elements and subtract it from some elements and add and do some procedure. So that we will discuss in next video, but we have to have number of allocations exactly equal to the order of the matrix or the table given. Here we have 5 by 5 table, hence we must have 5 allocations. So next video we'll talk about these things. These are the books for your references. Operations research by Taha, then Sharma and Gupta. Thank you.